one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage. One last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 3 seed in this playoff, the Houston Cougars, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. He'll return it from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. First down here for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Smith. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And he'll go down after a solid gain, more than enough for a first down.
Oh, the defense, they get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Ball handed off. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Same tailback, another carry. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
This Pitt offense is moving quickly down the field. The offense with some pre-snap motion. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
2nd down play coming up. They're going to run it here. Tackle, but first down.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Pitt getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Now they'll run it on the toss. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Fights through a tackle. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, you get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Oh, the pass is picked off. Can he take it all the way? Inside the 40. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, this is why I love this defense so much. So opportunistic. We've seen it all year, and now we see it right here. Big interception. They set their offense up in great field position here on their first possession.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A fumble return for 6.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out, and it gets him a touchdown.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. So the Cougars offense heads back out onto the field now. It's a jet sweep. Receiver trying to turn the corner. In the clear at the 25. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this defense has to respect this quarterback and how he can get out in the open. Sometimes he will run, but the offensive coordinator does a nice job with the defense focused on the quarterback. You go with a jet sweep, you get your speedster out on the edge, and the defense doesn't know if the quarterback has it or if he hands it off to the jet sweep.
And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He'll take a deep shot. And he's got it down there inside the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Great timing here with the quarterback and the wide receiver. The receiver does a nice job of keeping his route vertical, and the quarterback's taught to put the ball away from the defender towards the boundary. Good adjustment by the receiver and a big play by the offense.
On the ground, it's Woods. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And he's got it. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up for the first and goal from the 8. Chance for redemption here to get up the scoop and score. It's first and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Down he goes, a sack.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on first and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on second and goal.
This will be a challenge now. Second and goal, back at the 13. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's escaping the pocket now. Looking to the end zone. And it's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Tackle at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And here's the handoff. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The gain makes it second and medium. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Here's the handoff. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Trying to find some room. It's Johnson. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play.
Houston, 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Defensive ends are tough to slow down for offensive linemen. They have the size, they have the speed, they have the athletic ability, and here the awareness to come up with a sack. Good play.
Defense looking for back-to-back sacks. Third down now. Direct snap to the back. Fighting off the defender. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Oh, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Pitt getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught quickly. Tackle made after a big gain.
Man, Chris, everything seems to be clicking for this offense. And if they can keep this up through all 4 quarters, it could get really ugly by the 4th.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. In the red area, it's Johnson. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution. We reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. He's got it inside the 15. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Houston's offense heads back onto the field now. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Receiver makes the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
The gain moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. Trying to create outside the pocket now. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? And he will be stuffed for no gain. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And it falls incomplete. A turnover on downs. Big play for this defense.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And now the handoff. They tackle him about the 14.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They're going to run it. Finding some room at the 25. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball for 31. The Panthers will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense, short of the first down marker. Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Running back has it on a screen now. Good job with the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen and be short of the first down marker.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Escapes the pocket. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
They make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down after that previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move, but can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. The pocket breaking down. Trying to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there, and now it's a fourth down call. The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. The Panthers will bring their punt team on the field now. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Houston's offense heads back out into the field now. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Houston. No chance to catch him.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The extra point, they're down 14-7 now. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
The offense will try to recover now. It's 2nd and 12. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. He's going to pull it down and run. Tries to get loose on the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass rush closing in. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a 4th down play.
This is a nice job here by this defense on 3rd down. They take away all the options downfield, and they recognize the quarterback scramble. He almost comes up with his first down, but they keep him short to set up this 4th down.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Panthers will kick this away to begin the second half. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They get the second half started with the running play. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The game makes it second and medium. And the quarterback dropping back, trying to extend the play. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. The outfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Using his legs on the scramble. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. First down. Looking to throw the football. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Big play across midfield. Now they're threatening at the opponent's 38.
That's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
Looking to throw it on first down. Fires it on the move. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. In the red area, it's Woods.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. The defense backed up against their own end zone. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Extra point try coming now. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. Last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Off the play fake on first down. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. They finally tackle him at the 4. It's a solid gain on the pitch and catch.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
And the Panthers looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Makes a quick catch. Touchdown, Pitt. That puts them on top in the second half.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, results in quick and positive results.
They knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. So the Cougars offense heads back out onto the field now. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? A jet sweep here. Can the receiver get the edge? Breaks loose at the 40. They finally make the tackle, but the big gain moves the ball across midfield to the 47.
The defense has got to do a better job with their eyes. They are so locked in on the speedster at quarterback that they're forgetting about the jet sweep or the handoff to the outside. Losing contain, and it cost them here in a big way.
And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. An explosive play moves the ball all the way down near the 25-yard line.
You know, we always want to look at the quarterback after a play like that. What did he do? Getting outside of the pocket, finding open receivers, I got it. But how about the receivers? Finding themselves understanding that they have to change the rules of their routes and adjust to what the quarterback is doing by scrambling.
Touchdown, Houston. Strong game by this quarterback. So they find the reliable tight end, and he makes the defense pay that time.
You know, the receivers a lot of times get most of the attention, but don't forget about how potent a tight end can be. When you've got a player like this who can run routes, you get a serious weapon that they can utilize, and they just did right there.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop?
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Takes a quick grab. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Powering through. They can't get him to the ground. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Panthers. He would not be denied.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
PAT is good, so it's a 7-point game, 28-21. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Hopkins heads back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
The quarterback now all alone in the backfield. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run, going to heave it downfield.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. The back's got it. Fights off a defender. They get him down, but that's a solid game.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid game.
Houston now operating in the red zone. He'll hand it off. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Running back grabs it on a screen. He will head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that 1st down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. They'll try and run it with the fullback. Defense stops him short of the 1st down marker, and that'll do it the 3rd quarter of play. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Houston. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
And now here comes the point after attempt. And the PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And this one will be fair caught. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Catch made on the left side. That is a huge play. Finally brought down to the 46-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
There's a 1st and 10 play. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half of this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving his running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Tailback with another carry. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
This Pitt offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll run it here. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Pitt. They jump in front here in the 4th.
Man, this quarterback has everything you're looking for when it comes to executing the option play. He's got speed. He has instincts, has a great feel at the mesh point. He seems to make this defense pay for it every single time they call.
PHC is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return begins inside the 10. Makes it to the 16. That's good.
The 16.
Houston's offense heads back out of the field now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's looking deep here. Aggressive ball, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
He's back to throw again on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and you can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They finally bring him down, but he makes it inside the 15-yard line. First down in great scoring position.
How about that? Receiver had nobody around him. That's frankly embarrassing for this defense when you let someone deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Looking for some space. It's Woods. Got space, looking to score. Tackled down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Big opportunity for the offense to tie this game up in the fourth quarter. It's first and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
Well, when you're defending this offensive coordinator, you have to be ready for anything. This is not something I'd expect to see down in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Defense getting very heavy here, looking to stuff the run. You give it to the big fullback here. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Houston.
Ah, the hammer. Second down and goal. Who better than the big fullback to get behind that big bruising offensive line? Old school touchdown for this offense.
And the important PAT is up and good. We're tied in the fourth. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. On first down, it's play action. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. And that's out of bounds after a decent gain.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly. This time going to tight end for the first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the first down.
The Panthers will have to kick this away. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play. The Panthers will have to kick it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And that sets up a return. But he's got some space here. Can he make it? Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! But Kirk, they thought they might have a special teams edge in this playoff game. Their guys stepped up huge that time.
Yeah, you know, I thought it might be their ability to block punts, but instead they set up the return, and man, does it pay off. Some good blocks, but really, how about the athletic ability and the instincts by the return man to give them the lead? They can smell it. They're trying to get to that national championship.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up second down.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He bought some time, now lets it go. And that one's picked off. What a play. Going the other way, can they catch him? Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Houston. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Houston.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. He's escaping the pocket now. Tight end makes the grab. And now the defense able to bring him down.
I really like what this defensive coordinator's doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Running out of time in the pocket. Looking to scramble now. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense does a great job here of pressuring the quarterback, but I got to give the quarterback a lot of credit. Instead of taking a negative play, he shows you his athletic ability and fights out and gets all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. But it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
4th down. He's throwing for it. And it's incomplete, and the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's 4th down, you've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Here's the second down play. And the quarterback will take a knee. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.